Hello students, we are going to start with the third chapter. The name of the chapter is Impressive Web Designing. This chapter is divided into two parts. The first one is HTML programming and the second one is JavaScript programming. We will complete HTML programming first. Before starting with the programming, let us understand few basics of Internet. So here we are going to see how a web page works. When a user is requesting some web page on the internet, it passes through different servers. Let us see how this is going to pass through servers and how a user is going to get back the response. So here you can see in the diagram, this is the client machine, that is us. When a user is requesting for one website, let us take for example the name of website is www.ebalbharti.in. When we are requesting this website, it goes to another server. This is domain name server. Domain name server has IP address of all the websites. The humans can understand name of the website, but the internet cannot understand these names. The internet can understand IP addresses. Each and every website is given a unique IP address, and that is how internet identifies the different websites. So after requesting, it goes to the domain name server where the server is going to return IP address of the requested web page. Once the IP address is found, it is going to locate the server with the IP address. After the web server is found, then the actual page or the actual website is returned back on the client machine. Thus, the client is going to request and finally the server is going to respond. This is how the web page is going to work. Next, we have to see some of the terms or the components of the web page. The first component is web page. A web page is a single text file created using HTML. When a single file is created using HTML program, that is known as a web page. The next term is website. Collection of interlinked web pages containing text, images, audio, video is a website. Now, when we have various web pages and these web pages can contain text, all these web pages, when they are joined together, it becomes a website. Example is www.gmail.com. If we see a website of City Pride School, then that website has various pages. All these pages are linked together. They are joined together and then it becomes a website. The next term is web browser. A web browser is a software used to view web pages or websites available on the internet. Example, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox. There are various different browsers available. The most common ones are Chrome and Firefox. The browsers allow a person to access internet. The next term is web server. Web servers are applications or computers that send web pages over the internet using HTTP protocol. Example, Apache IIS. So again, there are various different servers present. Servers are basically big computers or applications which are going to return the requested web page. In the previous example, a web server was returning the web page of www.ebalbharti.in. For returning the web page, it was using the protocol HTTP. Next term is URL. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. URL is the web address. Whenever we are typing the address of the web page, that is the URL. One such example is www.cityprideschool.com. This is a URL. The next term is HTTP. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is a protocol which is used all over the web for communication purposes. HTTP is a protocol used by www for client-server communication. Using this protocol, a client can request a web page and similarly, the server can respond for the request. Next one is HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML enables to write code for web pages. All the web pages in a website are linked with one another with the help of hypertext links. Now, HTML is basically the language that we are going to study. It is a language so that we can create web pages. And if we join these different web pages, we will get a website. So these are the different components of the web. Coming to the next topic, which is Introduction to HTML. HTML was introduced by Tim Berners-Lee. He is a person who started this HTML code. It is a standard language for creating websites. Whenever we want to create web pages, we use HTML. And these web pages, when combined together, they form a website. Thus, HTML is a language used for creating websites. HTML documents are created using text editor and executed on a web browser. For creating the HTML documents, we need any text editor. And when these documents are saved, they are executed on web browsers to see the result. Since most of us are using Windows operating system, we will use the most common text editor, which is Notepad. And the most common browser is Chrome. If you all have different text editors or you have different browsers, they also can be used. HTML is compatible with most of the browsers. So whenever we are writing the HTML code, it can be executed on any browsers. HTML page. HTML basically consists of various different tags. Thus, the page also is made up of several tags. The HTML page is enclosed within tags HTML and /HTML. So the first statement will be HTML tag and the closing statement will be /HTML. The page is divided into two sections internally, the head section and the body section. Head section contains title of the document, which is enclosed within title tag and /. The actual text of the document is written within body tag. So here in the diagram, you can see the structure. We will be studying HTML5. So the first statement every time is going to be doc type HTML. After that, the page will start HTML and closing of HTML. Inside the HTML, we have two sections. The first section is head section. Head section is indicated by head tag and is closed by closing head tag. The next section is body section. Again, the body section starts with the opening tag of body and closing tag of body. In HTML, tags are written within angular brackets. Whenever some words are written in angular brackets, we say they are tags. Now, here we have what are HTML tags. HTML tags are special keywords enclosed within angular brackets. HTML tags are categorized in two ways. First one is paired tags or container tags. The container tags are also known as paired tags. The paired tags have opening and closing. The ending tag is always preceded by a slash. Example, HTML, close HTML. So here HTML is a paired tag. This is an opening tag. The ending tag has a slash. Next example, H1 and slash H1. So this is the beginning tag and slash H1 is the ending tag. Next are empty tags. Empty tags are standalone tags. They do not have an end tag. So these are also called as singular tags. Empty tags are standalone tags. They do not have ending tag. Examples, BR and IMG. So here BR, it is a standalone tag. It does not have an ending tag. And next example is IMG. IMG also doesn't have an ending tag. We are going to learn about all these tags later in a chapter. Next, we will talk about attributes. The HTML language has tags and each tag has various attributes. Attributes are properties which are going to tell us more about the tag. An attribute defines a property of an element. Element is nothing but the tag. Attributes are written as attribute value pair and they appear within elements beginning tag. So always when we have the attribute, we write it with the start tag of the element and never with the end tag of the element. Sometimes we need additional information with the tag. So this additional information is provided by attributes. There could be more than one attribute of the tag separated by space. A single tag can have more than one attributes and those can be used by separating them with spaces. So here we have an example. Body. Body is the tag. BG color is the attribute. Equal to red is the value. So attribute BG color is giving more information about body. Red is the value. Attribute is written in attribute value pair. This is the starting body tag. So here attribute is written with the starting body tag. Later we are going to study body tag and we are going to study various different attributes of body tag. Next one, the basic structure of HTML document. So here we can see in this diagram HTML, head, title, web pages title. Now in between this title and closing title, the title which is given will become the title of the document. After the title, we close the heads tag. So the first section is completed. After the first section, we start with the next section which is body section. Everything, that is all the information, pictures, videos, hyperlinks, all that we want to display on the web page will be written in the body section. After all of the text is completed, then we will close the body section. Finally, the page will close with /HTML. Let us see what each of these tags are going to do. HTML and /HTML. This tag indicates that the document is an HTML file. It means that the code which is written in this particular file is HTML code. Next, head and closing tag. It includes title within it. The text within the head is not displayed on the web page. The head section is used for search engine optimization. We have a complete chapter on search engine optimization in our 12th standard. To give you the rough idea of search engine optimization, it means to increase the rank of the website. Whenever we search on the Google gives us various number of websites and a person who is searching will just search for one or two of the websites and will get the desired result. Search engine optimization is going to help to increase the ranking so that the website will rank somewhere in the first page or second page of the search result. Okay, so this is search engine optimization where the website will get higher ranking. We have a complete chapter on this and we will learn search engine optimization in detail in 12th standard. The next tag is title tag. The content within this tag is displayed on the title bar. Now in this case, the title is web page title. You can change the title, you can keep it my web page, or it will also depend on the contents. Like if the page is about medicines, then the title can be medicine. Okay, and coming to the last one, body. This tag includes all content which is to be developed in the browser. Most of the tags are included in this tag. So this is basically the entire structure of the web page. All the tags, all the text, audios, videos, the content that we want on the page is written within the body tag. So this is the basic structure of the HTML document. Next, we are going to see the representation of HTML5 document. Now we have to study HTML5. So here we have the representation of HTML5 document structure. Now this is just a representation. The actual document is going to be different for different websites or web pages. So here you can see this is the code and this is how the structure is going to look. Doc type HTML. Every time in HTML5, the first statement is doc type HTML. It is an indication to the browser that we will be using HTML5. HTML tag indicating the opening of the page. Then we have at the end /HTML, which is closing of the page. Body, inside the body title, website. The title tag closes, head tag closes. Then we start with the body section. Inside the body section, we have header. Inside header, we have nav. Now header tag has a closing at /header. Header tag is going to indicate that this is going to be the headings. Navigator, NAV stands for navigator links. In this, we are going to have different links which is going to be the navigation. Many a times in the websites you must have seen there is a complete separate bar which has different links. Using those links you can go to different pages. So here we have a navigator tag for indicating navigator bars. Then there is a section, a closing section. Inside the section we have article. So this is our section. The section in this it is marked in brown color. Inside the section we have article. Section is going to keep one section aside. Now these here in this particular document you can see one section. It depends on the developer. The developer can have 2 sections, 3 sections. Depending on the design of the web page, the structure of document will change. After that, aside. Here, this is the aside. Aside is basically when we have to give some references, some text which is going to be displayed in the aside column. It can be images, it can be videos. So this can be aside. Last, we have footer section. This is the footer section which is at the bottom of the document. It is indicating some footnotes or some footer text that we have. After the footer, the body tag closes and finally the HTML closes. All these are different semantic tags. Semantic tags means they are not going to define the actual content. They will just be used for defining the structure. Let us see each and every semantic tag and their work. The first line on the top, doc type HTML, is the document type declaration, and it lets the browser know the flavor of HTML. It means that the browser will understand this is HTML5 code. Header defines a header for the document or the section. Nav defines a container of navigator links. Now in this example, the nav is given horizontal. It is also possible that the navigator can be given in vertical way. It depends on how the developer wants to design a web page. So this is just a representation. The actual page will be different for different web pages. Section defines a section in the document. So here we have defined a section. We can have n number of sections, one section, three sections, one below the other, three sections side by side. It all depends. Article defines an independent self-contained article. So if there is some kind of text that we want to put in, then article is best. Aside defines content apart from the content, like a sidebar. In many of the websites, you must have seen sidebar. The sidebar can contain text, images, or videos also. The next one is footer. It defines the footer for the document or the section. It is present at the bottom. Now the next one, details. It is not given here in the diagram. It is also one of the semantic tag which is present in HTML5. The details tag defines additional details. If there are some particular details which we want to put in, then we can use the details tag. Each of these tags are paired tags. That is why they will have an opening tag and a closing tag also. This is all about the basic before starting HTML programming. Thank you.